Hey guys, I finally made my celery washing video. Here's all the things that I use. So I have a bunch of old towels that I layer the celery between so they dry. These bins that I got from Walmart, they really come in handy when washing all of my produce. I have a bucket, a cutting board, a knife, a pair of waterproof gloves, which I highly recommend, and some exfoliating gloves. So I like to start out with filling my buckets with water. The first bucket I fill with pretty warm water, and then the second bucket is a little less warm. The third bucket is a little less warm, more on the cool side, maybe more of a room temperature. And then my last bucket is pretty cool water. I wouldn't say cold, but I would say pretty cool. I do this because I feel like the warmer temperatures really help to knock the dirt loose and just pull off the yucky pesticides. Bear with me, I'm having a hard time talking today, apparently. But yeah, I feel like it just breaks stuff loose. You'll see after I'm done washing the celery, like how gross each bucket is and how much stuff gets knocked off or washes off of these. But I do like it. I don't like to let the water get too hot. Maybe like a little bit warmer than room temperature. You can kind of fill it out, but you don't want to scald or cook your celery. Just enough to really help break the yucky stuff loose. So as you can see, I already laid down my first towel layer. Usually when I'm not filming a video and I'm doing this, I am already cutting the bottoms off the celery while my buckets are filling. This whole process usually takes me about 90 minutes from start to cleanup. So I have 4 buckets of water, and then I have an empty bucket there at the end. I use that to put the celery in after I've washed it. I stand the celery up so the water drips down. So I like to wear waterproof gloves when I am handling and washing the celery because, there's pesticides, even with organic, which this is organic. You just don't want that getting into your skin, especially when you're dipping it in water full of pesticides. So I wear gloves. I like to cut the bottoms off because it gets filled. There's just so much dirt in the bottoms. So when washing in this quantity, it just makes sense for me to do it this way. There are 30 heads of celery in a case of celery. I get mine from Sprouts. You get a 10% discount when you order or buy a case from them. I usually wash 10 heads of celery at a time. So what you're about to see, I do about 3 times. Those purple gloves are exfoliating gloves. You can get them from the dollar store. Just wash them really well. But those are really great to put over your rubber gloves if the celery is really dirty. This celery is pretty clean, so I'm not going to need them. But they're really nice to rub up and down the stalks to knock off the dirt. So this first round of celery that I'm showing you how I wash, I'm doing in real time. The rest is going to be fast forward, but just so you can kind of get an idea of how long it's actually submerged. I actually grabbed a really large handful of celery. I prefer to do one head at a time, but these heads were really small and they were so clean compared to usual that I was losing patience. So if you have a smaller amount of celery in your hands, you can spend less time having them submerged in water. As most of you know, you don't want to soak celery in water because the celery absorbs the water that it's in, and then you're adding water to your celery, which we know we don't want to do that when we're using celery for celery juice. So I try not to keep it submerged for too long. And I accidentally did not get that 5th bucket in this shot. So you're just going to have to trust me that I'm putting the celery in there and standing it up so the water drips down, just to help it remove some water before we lay it out on the towel. And you can kind of see here, like there's like bubbles there, like the water gets soapy when rinsing these off. This one's a little cleaner. You can see the comparison, like you can see the dirt at the bottom of that tub, and there's not as much dirt on the bottom of this tub. This one you can't really tell on the video, but the water is foggy on all of these. This one is the least foggy so far. There's still specks of dirt at the bottom, but it's not as much. This one is still foggy, but it is the clearest, and it's still pretty clean, I'd say, compared to the others. But there's like little bug floating right there. Yeah. So when I lay my celery out on the towel, you can see how I kind of flip-flop them so I don't have the leaves touching each other. I find when the leaves overlap, it doesn't dry as well. I also put these curved side down, as that little, curved spot can act as a bowl and hold water. So I'm just laying everything out with the thought of whatever is going to help it dry the quickest. So I will typically wash my celery in the morning before work. I don't work until noon, so I have time to do this. So I will wash my celery in the morning while I'm listening to a medical medium live or podcast, and I really just love that. And then I let it sit on the counter all day and all night, and the next morning is actually when I take it and cut it up and put it into my big storage containers to put in the fridge for the next 2 weeks or so. So it does need all of that time to dry. And sometimes it's still a little wet, usually the leaves, but it is pretty much dry. It doesn't get weird or gross or anything. It's perfectly fine being left out all night. So, yeah. Let time do the drying for you. Don't dry it on your own with your hands. That's the whole point of this prepping, is to let time work for you in the best way possible. So with all of these bins, I usually just, as you can see, put them on top of the towels and let them dry overnight as well. If not, you can just put them in your dishwasher and let them dry in your dishwasher. Hi there. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that this is helpful in any way whatsoever. It would really help me out if you could like, subscribe, and definitely comment. I really would like to grow this channel, and your comments and liking and subscribing really does help motivate me. These videos take a lot of time. It takes a lot longer to do whatever I'm doing when I'm making a video, and then it takes forever to edit the videos. And you could probably tell by my other videos that I'm not the most tech savvy person, but I am learning, and I will get better with them as I learn more. But anyways, other than the 2 videos of a day 9 prep and a part 2 of this video that I'm going to make tomorrow, some other videos I would like to make are showing how I have reorganized my kitchen to make the medical medium lifestyle a little bit more efficient and easier. I also, this is not necessarily, this is an but I kind of want to make a video showing the oils that I've been using on my face and how I massage them in, because I started using these oils a couple months ago, and I swear my wrinkles have like completely disappeared. I mean, like a tiny little bit in there, but nothing like they were. Did I take before pictures? No. Did I think that I probably should have? Yes, and I didn't. Same with my husband. He's got a lot of like deep set lines in his forehead, and didn't take a before picture, still haven't taken a picture, and I mean, even his skin has greatly improved. I don't know if I've mentioned this on this before, but I'm a massage therapist. I'm also trained in facial cupping, and so I know a lot about removing wrinkles from the face, and a lot of it has to do with the way that you massage your face. It makes a huge difference. But anyways, that's a little sidetracked. If you want to see a video of that, I will share that, and the oils that I've been using. They're just like the most amazing oils ever. So glad I found them. Another video that I've been thinking about making, which I would like you to tell me where you are before I make this video. But I could make some stepping stone videos, like stepping into cutting out no foods, stepping into cutting out fat, stepping into going vegan, or whatever your goals are with the medical medium lifestyle. It's all stepping stones, and I have a ton of things that really helped me move forward step by step, so I can make a video with that. So if you're interested in that, tell me where you are and tell me what you would like a video to help you get from where you are and to where you want to be. So those are just some that I've had in the back of my mind. Yeah, so let me know what you think. All right, I am going to, for real, wrap this up now. Have a good day or night or morning or whatever time it is where you are, and I will see you tomorrow.